Hey, yes. If you're gonna beef, you have to have a chest. That's first and foremost. You gotta have a chest.
Can't work at a pig
Tattoos I can't see don't scare me. Yo, black ass, stop getting tattoos when you're that black.
Fuck Marlon Wayans. I don't know why these folks keep fucking with me. Man, what? My mama, I might just go live for the rest of the year roasting these folks.
What's going on, Marlon? How are you? Marlon, what's going on with you and Soulja Boy?
Who's that?
What up, boy?
Do you think he should have been as offended by your comments as he was?
You know what it is. I ain't gonna bother with Soulja Boy. How you doing, family?
I need someone that looks like a wet Muppet. That's what I need and meth together. I need creth.
You talking about Marlon Wayans? Ah, smack your bald head ass nigga. Talking about Marlon Wayans was trying to defend me. Man, shut the up, man. Fuck Marlon Wayans, man.
Soulja Boy, get a chest. And you gotta have more than 2 songs to have a 35-year prolific career. You can't do 2 songs, and I only remember one of them. Watch Me, You.
All right, so remember when Soulja Boy and Marlon Wayans randomly started beefing? Yeah. Well, it turns out there might actually be a reason behind it. A guy just came forward claiming he was Soulja's secret lover, and let's just say he's spilling all the tea. We're talking wild accusations, hush money, and a whole lot of messy drama. And get this, it allegedly all started because of Soulja's beef with Marlon. All right, let's delve deeper into this mess. But before we dive in, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe for more no-filter, drama-packed content.
Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?
Oh no, Queen.
Soulja Boy, get a chest. And you gotta have more than 2 songs to be. I need a crackhead for the new scary.
Soulja Boy, he been canceled. He nobody cares, Soulja Boy.
And you mad because you had to get in your ass. You had to suck. And you had to sell your soul. And you had to paint yourself like a white bitch. I ain't never did none of that. I kept it real, kept it gangster. Nobody never played with me. I never dressed up like a bitch. You talking about my kids ain't.
Soulja Boy, he been canceled. He nobody cares, Soulja Boy. So Soulja Boy better go get that check. Yeah, I don't think he had hits and
Money, nigga. You got me f***ed up. Luckily, all my hoes, they know what it is. Like, all my hoes, none of my hoes hit me about that shit. One of my hit me about that shit. As soon as she hit me talking about, what's this? I was like, don't ever play with me like that, bro. You think I'll play like that? That's when I said, nah, I'm finna sue this.
Now, let's rewind for a second. How did this even begin? Well, Soulja and Marlon's little back and forth wasn't supposed to be serious. It started off as a joke, but somehow it exploded into something way bigger. One day, Soulja straight up snapped and went off on Marlon. Soulja accused Marlon of doing some questionable things to get where he is in the industry. He also made it clear that he got famous the hard way, grinding on MySpace and YouTube as a teen from the hood. And that's when things really spiraled. Nobody saw this beef coming because, let's be real, Soulja Boy and Marlon Wayans, they're from completely different worlds. But earlier this year, Marlon made a slick comment that set Soulja off.
Soulja Boy and Marlon Wayans have been beefing.
God.
I know.
The beef that we just said, what now?
They're both our friends of the
Yeah,
neighborhood.
hell. Drake and Kendrick were cool with it.
That's true.
Yeah, I hate to see it,
Well, we
but
still got Kendrick.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
but yeah, so it all started when I guess Marlon Wayans had said a few comments about Soulja Boy performing at Trump's inauguration,
Right.
or being involved with that.
Right.
And Soulja Boy had a lot to say. He didn't only tweet him, but he made a whole video about
Hey,
it.
man, and Soulja Boy is that guy. He got time.
You try to talk about me because you think I perform for the president. Meanwhile, you dressed up like a white on my mom.
It all goes back to when Soulja performed at Trump's second inauguration celebration. Marlon, yeah, he wasn't feeling it at all. He even said on a radio show that Soulja had been canceled and was only doing it for the paycheck. He didn't think Soulja had a real hit in years, and even hinted that Soulja might not have realized the event was low-key tied to Trump. Now, if there's one thing we all know about Soulja, it's that he doesn't let any criticism slide. Instead of brushing it off, he went nuclear online. And he didn't just go after Marlon, he went way too far.
What's going on, Marlon? How are you? Marlon, what's going on with you and Soulja Boy?
Who's that?
What up, boy? Do you think he should have been as offended by your comments as he was?
You know what it is. I ain't gonna bother with Soulja Boy. How you doing, family? I'm good, man. How you doing? Hey, yes. If you're gonna beef, you have to have a chest. That's first and foremost. You gotta have a chest.
Can't work at a pig
Tattoos I can't see don't scare me. Yo, black ass, stop getting tattoos when you're that black. But no, I'm good. Me and Soulja Boy cool. He just
no beef with Soulja.
Soulja started threatening Marlon, telling him to keep his name out of his mouth. And just when people thought it couldn't get any messier, Soulja made some nasty comments about Marlon's late mother, which had everybody cringing. Marlon, being the comedian that he is, didn't hold back either. Instead of clapping back in anger, he went full-on petty mode and turned Soulja into a joke. He even said Soulja's antics were giving him inspiration for a scary movie character. According to him, Soulja was the perfect mix of a crackhead, a meth head, and a wet muppet, all rolled into one. And just like that, this beef turned into a full-blown circus.
Soulja Boy, get a chest! And you gotta have more than 2 songs to be. I need a crackhead for the new scary. I need someone that looks like a wet muppet. That's what I need crack and meth together. I need creth. I want someone to look like they'll sell your car, rob you, and suck your all at the same time. Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy for Scary Movie 6 was a crackhead.
At this point, things should have cooled down. But nope, Soulja cranked it up another level. Instead of backing off, he went full-on offensive, throwing out some nasty, homophobic, and transphobic remarks about Marlon's son, Kai. He started yelling about how Marlon had to sell his soul and paint himself like a wife to get where he was in the industry, while claiming that he kept it real, stayed gangster, and never did any of that.
You try to talk about me because you think I perform for the president. Meanwhile, nigga, you dressed up like a whole white on my mom.
Meanwhile,
No.
And then, just when it seemed like he might stop, Soulja tried to backtrack, but somehow made it even worse. He went from saying his kids were real and on business to suddenly claiming he had love for the LGBTQ+ community, but then immediately turned it into another attack, saying Marlon couldn't hide behind his kid.
I have a Tesla that I'm about to drive over a cliff. 'Cause I don't like what he be saying about his trans child. It make me mad. You don't treat them babies like that. You don't disown your baby. Love your child.
You mentioned earlier your daughter.
Yeah. Hold on, let me get a drink. But this is a drink of celebration, homeboy. How about that? My child.
Your child.
I need you to get drunk with me here. I want you to start slurring. I want the old Shannon Sharp back before you became articulate. Your daughter.
Your child was growing up. Did you notice anything?
No. They were always different.
By this point, Soulja was spiraling. His rant just kept going, calling Marlon a buster, screaming about how Marlon could never compare to him, and even saying he was about to have a stroke. And just like that, the beef turned completely chaotic.
Try to talk about me because you think I perform for the president. Meanwhile, nigga, you dressed up like a white on my mom with blonde wig, blonde hair. They probably put a put on you. They probably tucked your for that move. On my mom, they probably tucked your for that move. They painted you white. And you got something to say about me because you think I perform for the president. I ain't even perform for that. I performed at a crypto event where y'all don't know what the fuck y'all be talking about. Compare them to
Now here's where things took a turn. Marlon wasn't about to sit back and let this slide. He shut Soulja down completely. Defended his son, called Soulja out for being washed up, and let it be known that he was done playing. But instead of dragging this out on social media, Marlon got creative. He dropped an AI-generated country diss track aimed straight at Soulja, and woo, it was brutal. Full of disrespect, accusations, and just the right amount of petty to make it sting. One of the standout lines, he basically said, Soulja smelled like he was drunk off his own ego. Before all this, these two didn't even have real drama, but that one little radio comment turned into a full-blown war. And just when it seemed like things were about to settle down, boom! A mystery man showed up claiming he was Soulja's secret lover.
That transition into a son. My daughter Amai is now Kai.
Truthful.
And so
Okay.
and so I talk about the transition, not her their transition, but my transition as a parent, going from ignorance and denial to complete unconditional love and acceptance.
Gotcha.
And I think there's a lot of parents out there that need to have that message.
Now this is where things got even wilder. This guy, who goes by William the Baddest, sat down for an interview and spilled everything. He described their alleged encounter in full detail, saying he was nervous, heart racing, wondering if Soulja was about to hurt him or if he was just making music. William even claimed that Soulja was deep into race play, telling him things that left him completely shocked. At first, he wasn't even sure if Soulja was being real or just drunk, but next thing he knew, he was standing in that moment, realizing this was actually happening. And now, the internet is eating this up.
Marlon Wayans. I don't know why these folks keep. Man, what? My mama, I might just go live for the rest of the year roasting these folks. Why these folks won't leave me alone, bro? You stinky pussy bitch. What you talking about? Marlon Wayans. I smack your bald head ass, bitch ass nigga. Talking about Marlon Wayans was trying to defend me. Man, shut the fuck up, man. Fuck Marlon Wayans, man. Fuck bad baby, man. Fuck blue face.
Because if you thought this beef was messy before, this just made it 10 times worse. So that guy spilling all the tea, that's William the Baddest. And let's just say his claims about Soulja Boy have everyone talking. He sat down for a tell-all interview with Tasha K, and he did not hold back. He went all in, sharing every messy detail about what supposedly went down between him and Soulja. And if that wasn't enough, he even described Soulja in explicit detail, making the whole situation even wilder.
Oh, he was for me. I loved it. I loved it. I had some Louis. It was Louis. It was everything, and it was perfect. And he was like, "Take this, you white bitch." Right? Like he kept like he's very like into like the race play stuff. And then, but here's the thing. I don't know if this was really him or it was like drunk him or like, yo, I'm nervous. I'm like, is he gonna hurt me? Is he making music? I'm so nervous.
But here's where it gets real. William admitted that during the alleged encounter, he wasn't just nervous, he was low-key scared. And that's got a lot of people raising their eyebrows. Now, Soulja Boy, he was not here for any of it. He laughed the whole thing off, denied every single claim. And then, because this drama always has layers, he threw in a conspiracy twist. According to him, Meek Mill was behind all of this, paying William to spread these allegations.
Money, nigga. You got me f***ed up. Luckily, all my hoes, they know what it is. Like, all my hoes, none of my hoes hit me about that shit. One of my hit me about that shit. Soon as she hit me talking about, what's this? I was like, Josh, don't ever play with me like that, bro. You think I'll play like that? That's when I said, nah, I'm finna sue this. You better be glad if one of my would have never said nothing about it, I would have let this shit rock. We would have caught you in the streets. As soon as you start fucking interfering with my real life, oh hell no, I had one of my talking about, what's this? What? We finna sue the fuck out this ass nigga. But I should've got that because don't even ask me no shit like that. You think I'd talk to a fucking boy bitch? Lose my number, ho. I'm a real gangster from the streets. The next day I get at you and meet me a nigga, this nigga talking about Soulja. I know you paid him. On my mama, Meek Mill user. And Diddy, but don't let me get started on you. I call 50 been on your head. You can't even talk right now. So you don't be doing no behind the scenes and telling us he said he did that for y'all.
Soulja went off, yelling about how he wanted his money and that nobody in his circle even bothered asking him about the rumors. He claimed that if nobody had brought it up, he would have let it slide. But now, he was threatening to sue. The next day, he kept the rant going, dragging Meek Mill deeper into the mess. He straight up accused Meek of paying people to lie about him. And if that wasn't enough, he threw Diddy and 50 Cent into the mix too, saying they were all working behind the scenes to set him up.
Expect many more hits for myself and Soulja Boy. He in the building, I got all this paperwork. I check out everything that's going on with him. Virally, definitely the number one right now. You know that? You. I like Soulja Boy. I like Soulja Boy a lot. You know what I mean? You're gonna be running in a minute. You gonna hang out with me a little bit? You gonna need me. One of these days, we'll get in your face, you gonna need me. We gonna come down there, shot fight man down. Real quick. What the f you gonna do with Triple H and DJ? Somebody bothering you, you know you're gonna get hated, you're gonna sell a bunch of records. Got the hottest shoe on the street right now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Right. You gonna need some support, baby.
And then, because this situation wasn't chaotic enough, Jaguar Wright decided to jump in. Now, if you know Jaguar, you know she's not afraid to speak her mind. She took things to another level, claiming that Soulja was actually a victim, saying he had been run through by the music industry. According to her, Soulja was exposed to some very questionable situations when he was young, even comparing his experience to Lil Wayne's. But hold up, it gets worse. Jaguar didn't just stop there. She made another wild claim, suggesting that Soulja allegedly had intimate encounters with big names in the industry, including 50 Cent.
Why did you go and buy them all off, Curtis?
Wait, so you did a PSA on Curtis about him and Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
On the cover of him. You know, you kind of poking the bear there.
I'm not poking a bear. I'm saying that he's a stone. And I've spoken to 2 men he's lived in sales with, who you had with. Curtis! No, I'm not saying allegedly. You're and you know it.
I'm gonna do my Pierce Morgan and say he's not here to defend himself, so
no, and neither is his ass.
She straight up asked why 50 Cent went out of his way to buy people off, implying there was more to the story. When someone pointed out that she was poking the bear by bringing this up, she doubled down. She said she wasn't just making accusations. She had spoken to people who knew what went down. And just like that, this drama went from messy to absolutely unhinged. Now the real question is, where does this all go from here? Because with this many people involved, something tells me we're far from the end of this saga. And just like that, the internet went wild. Jaguar Wright came in swinging, claiming that some big names in the industry introduced Soulja to a certain lifestyle. And let's just say, people are side-eyeing the situation. But here's the thing, Jaguar has a history of making over-the-top claims, and not everyone believes what she says. With her past legal issues, a lot of folks are questioning how much of this is even true. At the end of the day, none of this has been confirmed, and both Soulja Boy and 50 Cent have completely dismissed the rumors. But let's bring it back to Marlon and Soulja for a second. What if Marlon was already paying attention to all the chatter surrounding Soulja? Maybe that's why he came for him so hard in that AI-generated diss track. Could just be a coincidence, or maybe Marlon knew exactly what he was doing. Either way, the fact that these two are going at it like this is so random. Like, let's be real, why is Soulja Boy beefing with Marlon Wayans of all people? We've seen rappers and actors clash before, but this one, it just doesn't make sense. What do a rapper and a comedian even have to fight about? Well, if there's one thing we all know about Soulja, it's that he'll start drama with literally anybody. Doesn't matter if you're in music, movies, or even politics. If there's a chance to stir the pot, he's taking it. Now, don't get it twisted. Cross-industry beefs aren't unheard of. Soulja once said he woke up, looked at his computer, and saw Floyd Mayweather talking about him. We've seen 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather go at it. We've seen Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly's feud spill over into Hollywood. Even Trump and Rosie O'Donnell had their iconic back and forths. The real reason these beefs blow up, they're unexpected. And when something unexpected happens, people pay attention. But here's where Soulja is different. He lives for this kind of mess. This isn't just a random feud for him, it's a career strategy. Soulja beefing with Marlon just proves one thing. It doesn't matter who you are. If there's an opportunity to get people talking, he's taking it. And whether it's for music promo, clout, or just because he loves the chaos, one thing's for sure, this will not be his last beef. But let's be real for a second. Are they acting like this is some deep feud when it's really just a bunch of strategic messiness? Officially, the drama kicked off when Marlon clowned Soulja for performing at Trump's inauguration party. But at this point, it's just starting to look less like real drama and more like a publicity stunt to keep them both relevant. Now, let's really think about this. Marlon's got Scary Movie 6 coming out next year, and let's be honest, his career has been all over the place lately. A little controversy? That might be exactly what he needs to keep his name in people's mouths before the movie drops. And Soulja, it's been a minute since he had a real hit. But staying messy on social media, that keeps people watching. And let's not forget, drama means engagement. The more they go back and forth, the more views, likes, and shares they rack up. Even if people are just there for the chaos, it keeps both of them trending. But here's a wild thought. What if this is all leading up to a collab? I mean, crazier things have happened in the industry. We've seen feuds end with surprise team-ups before. A diss track, a parody, a random cameo in each other's projects. Who knows? One thing's for sure, Soulja lives for this kind of attention. At this point, it's like drama is part of his brand. He doesn't just get into controversy, he stays in it. It's almost like he needs to be beefing with someone just to keep his name buzzing. And let's be real, half of these feuds don't even seem that serious. It's giving marketing strategy more than real beef. And this? Nothing new. Soulja's had issues with Chris Brown, Lil Yachty, Kanye West, and now, Marlon. If there's drama happening, somehow, someway, Soulja Boy's name always ends up in the mix. And the timing? Always suspicious. It's like whenever his music isn't making waves, he magically finds himself in a new feud. Coincidence? Maybe. But it's happened too many times to ignore. And of course, social media plays a huge role in all of this. Soulja lives for Twitter beef. He'll wake up, tweet something wild, and then just let the internet do its thing. Once people start reacting, he keeps it going, throwing out crazier insults, threats, and personal shots to keep the conversation alive. Because at the end of the day, if people are talking about him, he's winning. Soulja Boy has mastered the art of stirring the pot just enough to get people talking. Every time, it's the same cycle. He says something wild, the blog picks it up, he starts trending, and just like that, his name is back in the headlines. Then, out of nowhere, the beef vanishes like it never even happened. And it's not the first time. One day, he's going off on Kanye or Chris Brown, saying all kinds of crazy stuff, and the next, everything's suddenly cool again. There was even a time he snapped on Kanye, calling him lame for removing him from a song, saying Kanye could have at least hit him up instead of cutting him out. He was so mad, he even threatened to post the receipts and expose their whole conversation.
Chris Brown, you a bitch, nigga. You think you hard because you hit Rihanna, because you beat Rihanna up? Do that shit to me, pussy ass nigga. One, you're stupid. Two, I'm not gonna jaw jack. I already said that. Boy, stop it. I'm gonna whoop your ass. Adrian Broner, set up the gym, bro. Stop calling me, nigga. I'm trying to get some pussy right now. You f***ing on my whole move. Stop calling me, nigga.
So what's really going on here? Are these guys just letting things slide, or is it possible that some of these feuds aren't as real as they seem? Take this whole mess with Marlon Wayans. Soulja is already teasing a diss track, which low-key feels like a setup to hype up some new music. Now, to be fair, not every Soulja beef is just about attention. Some definitely start out as clout-chasing moves, but then spiral way out of control. This thing with Marlon, it got ugly real fast when Soulja started making offensive comments about Marlon's transgender son. So even if this beef started out as a joke or a publicity stunt, it turned into something way more serious. But here's the thing, Soulja knows what he's doing. He's been using controversy to stay relevant for years. Whether it's throwing shade at random celebrities, making outlandish claims, or just playing the villain on social media, he always finds a way to keep people talking. But at this point, the real question is this just another marketing stunt, or has Soulja finally crossed the line? Whatever the case, this drama has blown up beyond just a simple celebrity feud. It's not just entertainment anymore, it's a full-on cultural moment. The meme takeover. This whole beef? Yeah, it exploded in meme culture. Marlon Wayans throwing shade about Soulja Boy not being relevant since 2007. That joke took off. Suddenly, Soulja's been missing since 2007 became the internet's new favorite punchline. The bigger picture. But here's where it gets real. This isn't just some petty celebrity drama. It sparked some serious conversations. Soulja crossed way out of bounds with his transphobic and homophobic comments about Marlon's son. And now, people aren't just roasting him, they're calling out a much bigger issue. Discrimination against the LGBTQ+ community isn't new, but this situation has put it right back in the spotlight. People aren't just laughing this off, they're having real discussions about how damaging language like this can be, and that actually matters. The responsibility question. And then there's the bigger debate. How much responsibility do celebrities actually have? They have huge platforms, and when they say stuff like this, it fuels harmful stereotypes. So now people are asking, should celebrities use their voices for good, or are they just out here stirring the pot for clout? The political mess. Oh, and let's not forget the politics in all of this. Soulja performing at that Trump event wasn't just some random gig. It set people off. It's another example of how entertainment and politics are more divided than ever, and this beef, yeah, it definitely added to that tension. The fan war. And of course, fans are completely split. On one side, you've got Marlon supporters hyping him up for defending his son and handling things with humor. On the other, you've got Soulja's diehard fans backing him up and saying he has every right to perform wherever he wants. Now, it's not just about them, it's turned into a whole debate about which side people are on and what kind of behavior they're willing to excuse. Hip-hop versus Hollywood. And here's another reason why this beef is so interesting. It's a perfect example of two totally different entertainment worlds clashing. A rapper and a comedian going at it. Yeah, that doesn't happen every day. And what's crazy is that it's pulling both their audiences into the mess. Hip-hop fans, comedy fans, it's all one giant conversation now. At the end of the day, this isn't just about them anymore. It's about everything their feud has dragged into the mix. And with how fast this thing is snowballing, yeah, it's far from over. AI tech and the future of beef. Alright, let's talk about the wildest part of all this. Marlon Wayans coming for Soulja with an AI-generated country diss track. Like, what? That's not just petty, it's next-level petty. And it proves one thing. Technology is changing the way celebrity beef plays out. This isn't just about throwing shots on Twitter anymore. Even artificial intelligence is getting involved. This feud, it's not just messy, it's evolving with the times. A feud bigger than just them. At this point, the drama has taken over, from social media to mainstream news. And let's be real, this isn't just about Marlon and Soulja anymore. Their messiness has sparked way bigger conversations, from celebrity responsibility to how social media fuels controversy. The whole situation? It's basically a snapshot of where culture is right now. And whether they're meant to or not, they've created a moment that people won't forget anytime soon. So, what's the verdict? Now, here's the real question. Is this even real beef? Or are they just playing a game, stirring the pot for clicks and a comeback? Either way, we all know that you have thoughts. So what do you think? Is this legitimate drama? Or is it all just marketing genius? Hit the comments and let us know. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.